Good evening. This is Apex News India. I am Deepika S. Lingdaw, welcoming you to the news. Let us first take a look at the headlines. And now the news in detail. The Meghalaya government on Wednesday informed the Assembly that it is intensifying efforts to combat Japanese encephalitis JE while also making significant progress on projects under the Smart City mission. Health and Family Welfare Minister Ampreen Lingdaw stated that the state reported 236 JE cases over the past 2 years, 89 cases in 2023-24 and 147 in 2024-25. She emphasized that JE vaccination included in the Universal Immunization Program for children aged 9 to 11 months and 16 to 23 months remains key to prevention. Vaccination coverage is crucial and the government is working to dispel misconceptions, Lingdaw added. She highlighted that districts in the Garo Hills, including East, North, South, Southwest and West Garo Hills, achieved coverage between 80 to 95%, resulting in fewer cases compared to the Khasi and Jaintia Hills, where coverage ranges from 71% in East Khasi Hills to 82% in Ribhoi.
Was introduced as the Universal Immunization Program by Government of India in 2015. Status of coverage of immunization. In Eastern West Khasi Hills, it's at 79%. East Garo Hills, it's at 80%. East Jaintia Hills, it's at 98%. East Khasi Hills, it's at 71%. North Garo Hills, it's at 84%. Ribhoi, it's at 82%. South Garo Hills, it's at 92%. Southwest Garo Hills, it's at 93%. Southwest Khasi Hills, it's at 74%. West Garo Hills, it's at 95%. West Jaintia Hills, it's at 90%. West Khasi Hills, it's at 77%. This is inclusive of the first dose as well as the second dose of the vaccine. If you notice, though I have just read it aloud, the percentages where incidences of JE is higher, there has been an extensive, widespread awareness. Hence, you see that percentages of coverage of vaccination is much higher as compared to areas where incidence is nil or not a threat.
On the Smart City mission, Deputy Chief Minister Sneaw Bhalang Dhar said overall physical progress stood at 77.81% as of July. He noted that the first phase focused largely on commercial complexes, but said additional key projects would be implemented in the second phase. Responding to queries from VPP legislator Ardan Basaimad, Dhar said open-air gyms are under construction at multiple locations in Shillong, including Governor's House, Mauprem and Limkra at a project cost of Rs 5 crore. Regarding the Polo Commercial Complex recently inaugurated by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Dhar stated it is in the process of being operationalized with 109 shops. Leader of Opposition Mukul Sangma raised concerns over the quality audits of the Polo complex and alleged huge withdrawals of salary by the Smart City Project CEO. Dhar confirmed that audits have been conducted and requested time to respond to the salary-related queries.
Shape committee halls, maybe outside compound, I'm not very sure with this. I'll try to find it out.
Okay, thank you. So, another question. With reply to the progress and status of smart city projects, serial number 7, in connection with construction of commercial complex at Polo. So the physical progress has been shown 100% completion. So, and The minister, I have put a question on this issue also, replied that till today it has not been operationalized. So may I know when this complex will be operationalized and the total number of stalls in this complex?
Mr. Speaker, yes, recently Honorable Minister of Finance has inaugurated, but now it is in the process of operationalize, and the total number of shops as per proposed in the DPR is 109, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Raksam Grey MLA Limison D. Sangma is set to take over as Deputy Speaker of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly with the election scheduled for September 12th, officials confirmed on Wednesday. Sangma, representing the National People's Party NPP, was the only legislator to submit nomination papers, making him the lone candidate. His nomination was formally backed by Cabinet Ministers Marcus N. Marak and A.T. Mondal. Assembly Speaker Thomas A. Sangma clarified that the election process will continue as planned, adding that the official declaration will depend on whether any withdrawal is made before the stipulated deadline. The schedule provides a day for withdrawal. If there is none, the nomination stands and the election will be concluded accordingly, he said.
Frankly, because there is as per the schedule, tomorrow is the day for withdrawal. In case somebody needs to withdraw, then we may have to have again the announcement for make a schedule for re-election of Deputy Speaker. But so far we have received only one proposal and one nomination. That's all. Thank you.
The Sasastra Seema Bal SSB, which guards the 1,751 kilometers long unfenced international front with Nepal, has stepped up security across all its border posts and vulnerable points in the wake of unrest in Nepal, officials said on Tuesday. All the field commanders of the SSB have been asked to be on guard and maintain enhanced vigil. Additional forces have been deployed at 22 outposts of the SSB along the border, while police stations in 5 border areas are keeping surveillance through drone cameras, Superintendent of Police Vikas Kumar said in Balrampur. Nepali army personnel speak with inmates of Delhi Bazaar jail who had stepped out of prison demanding their release. Police personnel have fallen back from prison following the recent violent anti-corruption protests. Nepali army has been deployed to control the situation. A day after protests erupted in Nepal over the banning of social media platforms, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigned. This came after at least 19 people were killed after protesters and the police clashed, with several others sustaining injury. Shah, who stood in support of the Gen Z protesters, started trending after the government rolled back the ban on social media platforms. Several users on social media voiced that Balan represented the voice of a new generation, adding that he would work for the good of the country without personal interest. Dear Balan, the time is now. Please step forward and take lead. Whole Nepal is with you, a user said on X. Another said, if Balan does become the next Prime Minister, it would mark a generational shift. From mayor to national leader, his anti-corruption image and student support make him the natural face of this movement. Nepal could be witnessing the birth of a new political era, the user added.
देशमा कानुन छैन अहिले देशमा कानुन छैन हामीले के गर्नु हाम्रो सकिन्छ भन्दाखेरि सकिरहेछ भन्ने हाम्रो गल्ती के हो तपाईहरुले हामीलाई कसले हेर्ने के तपाईहरु त हाम्रो अभिभावक त्यही त होइन हामीलाई तपाईहरुले नहेरे कसले हेर्ने हो कति प्रश्नको उत्तर सरकारीको ठगी पैसा रकम बसाउँछ तिनीहरुले हामीले हेर्ने यही कुरामा हामी चाहिँ के हो पुलिसले थाहा छैन यही कुरामा हजुरले यो त अत्याचार भएन दुनिया गयो जेलर त गएको छैन नि उ त पदबाट मुक्त छैन नि जेलर छ पदबाट यसो गराउनु जेलर हाम्रो जेलर त अहिले जेलर कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ एक्ज्याक्ट थाहा छैन तर म जेलरलाई बोलाउँछु जेलर हुनुहुन्छ सबैहरु बसेर कुरा गर्नु यो चाहिँ के भने जेलरले छोड्नु भयो भने हामीले तपाईलाई रोक्न मिल्दैन बोलाइदिन्छ कति चाहिँ तर उहाँ तर त्यसको लागि जाऊ भनेर आको हामी तपाईहरु अघि सुरुको भन्दिन जहाँबाट यो फुट्यो नि त्यहाँसम्म गएर बस्नु ल म जेलरलाई ए भित्र पुरै आगजन नि छ हैन हो रोडमा हैन भने रोडमै बस्नु रोडमा भन्नु भएको अहिले 1 किलोमिटरको छरपष्ट भएको छ ल म भित्र छिराउँदिन यो गाडी त्यहाँ अगाडि आउँछ हामीलाई जबरजस्ती भित्र छिराउँछन् तपाईलाई यति गर्छु हैन दाइ न्याय माग्न आएको नेपालमा मलाई 10 वर्ष बिनाको माले म आफ्नो देशमा म सुरक्षित छैन दाइ भनेको कुरा पखन के आफ्नो देशमा आधा विश्वास गर्नु एकछिन हजुरहरुले के भने हामीले के उपाय गरिरहेछौँ फोन गरिरहेको हुन्छ फोन गरेको यही हो हजुरहरुले फोन गर्नुभयो यही मगाउनु तपाईहरु कुरा अलि बिस्तार बोल बाबु तपाई यहाँ मिल्ने कुरा गर्नु किन आज त्यो सोच्नु हामी किन आयो त्यतिकै त छैन होला हैन र एउटा कुरा चाहिँ म भन्न तपाई त कुरामा भुल्याएर यहाँ दुई जना मान्छे ठेल्दै लग्दै हाल्दिरहेको छु म सबै हेरिरहेको छु मान्छे उता लग्दै छ बाबु ए अनिल भागेर गएको भाइलाई अनिल हैन यहाँ धेरै जना मान्छे हामीले किन गलत मान्छे लगेर गयो नि ए अनिल भएको कुरा हो भएको कुरालाई मान्नुपर्छ भाग्नु खोजेको देखेको खुद भाइले भनेको एउटा भाइले भन्यो भनेको होइन हाम्रो आँखा हामी भएको कुरा गरेर हजुरले जेल ल्याउनुहोस् हामीले हाल्नै खोज्दा त यहीबाट नि सक्नुहुन्छ यार कतिजना हुनुहुन्छ 50 जना नि हुनुहुन्छ अहिले अब यस्तो ट्र्यापमा परिसक्यो हाल्नु खोज्दाखेरि
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will flag off Mizoram's first Rajdhani Express on September 13, linking Sairang Station in Aizawl with Anand Vihar Station in Delhi. Weekly services are set to commence from September 19th, according to an official notification from the Northeast Frontier Railway. The 2,510-kilometer journey will take approximately 43 hours and 25 minutes, maintaining an average speed of 57.81 kilometers per hour. The train will stop at 21 stations with key halts, including Guwahati, New Cooch Behar, New Jalpaiguri, Malda Town, Bhagalpur, Patna, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Junction and Kanpur. On Inauguration Day, the 20-coach train will depart Sairang at 10 a.m. and reach Anand Vihar at 7:30 a.m. on Monday. The regular service train number 20597 will depart Sairang at 4:30 p.m. on September 19, reaching Anand Vihar at 10:50 a.m. on September 21st. The return journey train number 20598 will leave Anand Vihar at 7:50 p.m. on September 21st and arrive at Sairang at 3:15 p.m. on September 23rd. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on September 10th assured that the government will maintain a balance in the upcoming electoral roll revision, ensuring genuine citizens are not harassed while keeping non-citizens off the state's voters list. Replying to a cut motion in the Assembly, Sangma said, the Summary Intensive Revision SIR is designed to correct errors, remove duplicate entries and verify questionable records. The exercise will include house-to-house enumeration, requiring each elector to submit an enumeration form. He clarified that voters already registered as of January 1, 2003 are exempt from submitting fresh documents, a measure approved by the Election Commission of India to reduce inconvenience for elderly citizens. Highlighting the need for the revision, Sangma noted demographic changes over the past 2 decades due to urbanization, migration and other factors, emphasizing the importance of an accurate electoral roll. The Chief Minister also stated that comprehensive training will be provided to booth-level officers, BLOs, on household visits, document verification and managing claims and objection. Addressing concerns about citizens in rural and border areas facing difficulties in producing documents, Sangma assured genuine citizens will not be de-enfranchised because of procedural difficulties. Opposition members had raised fears of harassment during verification. Sangma responded that the administration would adopt a facilitative, not punitive approach, aiming to build a credible electoral roll that inspires public trust.
Conducting these exercises, number one, this exhaustive training of the BLOs. So there is a large component of training. So they will be trained in detail about all the different aspects and concerns that honorable MLAs have raised. Number two is the rationalization, re-serialization and formation of sections. Number three, house-to-house enumeration. And I mentioned, sir, in this case, in this particular SIR, while they go from house to house, every single voter also will have to fill up the forms. The publication of draft roll, period of claims and objections will be there. The display of list of claims and objections, appeals will be there. Supervision and checks, engagement with political parties and sharing of electoral rolls, schedule of press note, advertisement during SIR, preparation of electoral roll at the time of final publication, and preparation of electoral roll during the elections. So therefore, sir, as mentioned earlier by most of the members, that this is actually a very, very exhaustive exercise, but something that all of them have agreed is something that must be done. And regarding the specific concerns that honorable members have mentioned, as I said, that when it comes to areas of documents not being there, sir, I must put it on record that if there are no documents, if a particular individual does not have any documents to prove citizenship, then on what basis do we rely on how the person is actually a citizen of our state or not? So therefore, there has to be some mechanism, sir. Just by us saying that even if a person has no documents and still we have to consider, then we could have many people who will have no documents, and then suddenly the counter argument will come that why are we approving names of people who don't have documents? So sir, it's always a complicated exercise, but to minimize the inconvenience for the people and genuine people, as the Election Commission of India has already said, that those who had been in the electoral roll from 2003 January in the previous SIR, they don't have to submit any new documents anymore. So now only the ones who are post 2020 January 2003, they will have to produce the relevant documents, and that the particular BLOs and all the exercise will be done going from house to house and from voter to voter in detail so that we ensure that nobody from outside our state and somebody who does not deserve to be a voter in our state, their name is not included.
Growing visibility of prostitution at Kindailat, the state's prominent commercial place, became one of the topics of debate in the Assembly on Tuesday after TMC legislator Miani D. Shira flagged the alarming issue while participating in the special motion on alarming increase of drug addicts and people with HIV in the state and its impact. Shira argued that the surge in sex work is closely tied to the sharp rise in HIV cases and substance abuse, describing them as inseparable crises. According to her, the increase in HIV positives is directly linked to open and increased prostitution across the city. Reflecting on her 3 decades in Shillong, the Ampati MLA said the present situation was unprecedented. She pointed to Police Bazaar, the stretch near SP's office, and even the vicinity of the Governor's house as areas where the changes are stark. As a woman, she admitted it was deeply distressing to stand in the house and raise such concerns. Describing the trend as both alarming and unfortunate, Shira urged the government and the police to act without delay while pressing for the involvement of NGOs, churches, religious groups and civil society in the fight against this menace. Remove stigma. On the HIV front, she called for testing facilities at all primary health centers to remove stigma, proper counseling for patients and easier access to medication. She also warned that drug addiction had spread well beyond Shillong, with nearly 10% of state's population affected, including large members in rural areas. The MLA further pushed for the establishment of de-addiction and rehabilitation centers in every district with a special focus on facilities for women, arguing that most interventions remain urban-centric. We cannot afford to ignore it any longer, she stressed.
Within this time period, a rapid growth in the drug abuse and the numbers in the HIV positive rate has gone up. So we can see that it is a part of the same coin, but also one of the main factors, I feel, the increase in HIV positive is because of open and increased prostitution. I have lived my whole life, not my whole life, but maybe almost 30 years of my life in Shillong, but I have never seen anything like this. If I go to Police Bazaar, if I pass by SP office, if I pass by Governor's house from the back road, I have never seen anything like it. Unfortunately, I'm a woman standing here and talking about this. It is an unfortunate situation in the state capital, sir. Today, I think there is something lacking in the police force, or I don't know, in the morality within our society, or what is lacking today in the state, I don't know, sir. But my humble submission is that we have a robust system available with the government, and the police needs to act immediately.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma visited the Lady Care Welfare Centre at Laban. Also present during the occasion were MLAs South Shillong, Shanbor Shulai and members of the Indian Red Cross Society, Meghalaya State Branch, besides staff of the Welfare Centre. The Lady Care Welfare Centre since 1920, that also houses the Indian Red Cross Society IRCS Meghalaya chapter and the Red Cross Maternity Home, which is more than 100 years old, is in a dilapidated condition. The IRCS Meghalaya sought the intervention and assistance of the state government for the renovation and development of the centre. The Red Cross Society Meghalaya chapter has been providing healthcare services, especially child and maternity care, especially to the poor and marginalized sections of the community, besides providing aid and support during emergencies, conflicts and other crises, said IRCS Meghalaya State Branch, and added that the society and the welfare centre was in a grim need of infrastructural development.
What we're talking is about this wall which has
Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.